The NFL season is well underway, which of course means more eyes will be glued to televisions across the nation every Sunday. While the athletes go through vigorous training sessions to get their body in prime shape every Sunday, they are not the only ones who spend the week preparing for football. Jack Brindley and Nick Olson are self-proclaimed fantasy experts, and they have the accolades to back up their claims.
I destroyed that league. I think I only had 1 or 2 losses, and I won a couple $100 because of that.
As of now, I would say I'm having a pretty good fantasy season. I'm 4-0.
And while they're having some great success so far this season, a lot of fantasy owners are not. So I had to make sure I went to Jack and Nick's room to ask them what a fantasy owner could do to turn around a bad season and reverse that 0-4 or 1-3 record. And I especially had to do this because my own personal team, the Giannacopoulos Olympians, are only 1-3 so far this year.
If you're having trouble at the beginning of the season, it's probably because you're not setting your lineup every single week. What I do is during some of my lectures, I'll take like 10 minutes out and just look at some fantasy advice from around, the internet and just say, what can I do to make sure that my fantasy team is doing better?
I asked the two on opinions on solid running backs and wide receivers, two of the hardest positions to get right in fantasy football.
If you can get a starting running back that you know is going to get carries, that's a good option to go with, even if he may not be a star running back. Right now, I believe I have LeGarrette Blount in my flex. He's a running back that's going to be getting carries, going to be getting red zone looks, goal line carries, and possibly getting a touchdown or 2.
For receivers, I would just go with, a team that has a good quarterback. So Matt Ryan, obviously, having an incredibly good year. And so I went for Mohamed Sanu, a name that everybody says, who's Mohamed Sanu? But when you have a player who has a good enough quarterback to produce those kind of yards, it's kind of a no-brainer at that point.
And with that, I'm off to adjust my lineup. Good luck to all those in Week 5 of fantasy football. Alec Giannakopoulos, Daily Iowan, TV Sports.